Ultimate Collectibles here with a very popular piece. This piece has actually been reviewed a number of times. Reason why I wanted to do it, there's still a few available on Sideshow's website. In between all the new pieces I get in that no one's seen or just coming out, I like to do a few older pieces, but I want to make sure they're still available to purchase. So with that, let's jump in and see what Predator looks like. Ultimate Collectibles here with Sideshow Jungle Predator Maquette. So a maquette is really not a defined scale. Sideshow does this with a few pieces. Some of the most recent ones in the last year are the new Magneto, the Thanos on Throne, the Jungle City, or not Jungle City, the City Predator maquette from Predator 2 is the same size as this. I also have that one. But I wanted to get this guy because who isn't a fan of Predator? What a cool creature. What a cool concept from Stan Winston. Here it is 30 years later, and is it 30 years? Yeah, 30 years later after it first came out in '87, I believe, and still just a badass creature. I recently saw The Fugitive Predator for the first time, and I know people hate it. I liked it. No judgment. So this is from the first installment of the movie series, Predator 1 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Predator is an alien that hunts humans as sport, similar to the way we go on safari to hunt lions, tigers, and bears, even though I guess we don't do that because that's illegal. So Sideshow created this. They had an old Jungle Predator from a while back. I believe it was 1/4 scale, maybe 1/5 scale. But they recreated this one into a brand new piece. And they had two different versions. One is an exclusive version, which this one is. The exclusive version is a left-hand switch out holding a human skull and spinal cord. The price difference, I believe the price was the same on both of them. The ES of the exclusive was $600. The ES of the collector's edition is $1,000, and I still believe they're available as of today on Sideshow. I actually had to buy it off eBay because the exclusive version was sold out, and to me this was an exclusive or bust piece, personally. I was a little worried because there was quite a few QC problems with this. I actually recently read on Facebook just this week that someone was on their 6th version of this. So there were all kinds of problems, from breakages to scrapes. The biggest problem led with the magnets. So the head is very delicate, so the pincers and the quills can easily be broken, but a lot of them, the head doesn't sit very well. Mine doesn't here, it's loose, but it won't fall off. And then the magnet on the right arm is incredibly weak. I actually picked it up to move it for the review. Arm fell off to the floor, shattered. So I used some awesome mastery skills to put it back together, and I was pissed like there's no tomorrow for about a day. It comes in one very large box. The jungle base on the bottom. Predator minus his hands, gun, and head are all one piece. As I said, the exclusive version has the left-hand switch out. Both versions have two different heads. One is the unmasked version that you see here, and then the other is the masked version that also comes with a pedestal which will hold either. I wanted to get this to add to my Predator and Alien collection. As I said, I have the City Hunter maquette, I have the legendary Wolf Predator, and then quite a few more Predators and Aliens coming in. But very excited that I got it because I do like the piece a lot. Concept and design. So pretty simple. It's a museum pose. Predator is in the jungle. They have kind of a jungle decoration below to show that off. This was from the first movie. And then he's standing up with kind of looking around, holding a human skull. Maybe he's on the hunt for Arnold Schwarzenegger or for his next prey, but no action ready to be taken, even though his blades are all the way out. So very simplistic. He's just sitting here with a museum skull. I love it. I really like, I think the face matches the pose, the fact that he's kind of walking through the jungle, very confident, very victorious, and I think it's the classic Predator, both literally and figuratively, and it's just great design on great design, great concept, great execution. And I love the fact that it has the unmasked version and the masked version, and both look fabulous with concept and design. Sculpt and paint, I'm going to try and do at the same time. I'm trying something newer with the reviews where I talk about both of them at the same time to kind of save some time. I'm saying time a lot, so let's start talking before we run out of time. The base itself, it's a jungle, and I don't like it very much, to be honest with you. The concept was good, but the execution on the base itself. So first of all, I think the sculpt on it is okay. The rocks don't look too much like real rocks to me personally. The leaves look horrible. They don't look real at all. The moss doesn't look real. Part of this is attributed to the paint job as well. They tried to do kind of a creek stream in the middle and give it that water resin gloss feel, which I think they failed at as well. There's too much green in it. But it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look good. I'm not a fan of the base. I'm a fan of what they tried to do. I'm not a fan of how it was pulled off. The paint doesn't complement the sculpt. There are quite a few colors in there, from whites to grays to greens to browns to blacks, but it just looks cheap. It looks like a toy. But once you start moving up, everything else looks fabulous. So starting at Predator, just his feet, he's wearing kind of the strappy sandals that strappy sandals, flip-flops. Predator's wearing flip-flops that he has in the movie. And his feet, there's musculature and bone and the mix of the Predator skin colors of the beige and black and brown and the sharp toenails. I really like his feet. I don't have a foot fetish or anything, but very well done. And then moving up, some of this is more engineering than it is sculpt, so it's kind of hard to determine, but he has futuristic armor all the way from his ankles up to his knees where he has knee pads. Which, kind of an interesting fact. I don't know why Predator has armor there, but he doesn't have armor in other places. He's wearing a loincloth and nothing on his chest. So who knows? Maybe they have, you know, ferocious animals biting at your ankles on Planet Predator. But it looks really cool. It's futuristic space design, reminds me of a spaceship. The colors that they mixed in there, the brown and black, and some wear and some battle scars on there as well, torn in the back. Predator himself, underneath the netting, the classic netting that Predators usually have all over their body, which thankfully mine there's no issue with. That's more of a mixed media, as well as the loincloth on the back. I am worried about the mixed media because for any of you like me that have had the legendary Wolf Predator, it starts to deteriorate and it sucks, and it just sucks. It just falls apart over time. But the mixed media is very nominal, and that includes some trophy necklaces he has that are more just decoration. He'd look okay without them as well. But it's kind of hard to see his muscles underneath all that and underneath the paint applications on the skin. So first of all, I think the paint on his skin is great. They did a good job mixing the different colors, and it looks like a reptilian type skin, which is what Predator is. He has black spots all over, and then some brown kind of follows those black spots, and then the beige almost yellowish skin color underneath that. And he's not very musculature, which is weird because most statue companies, both custom and licensed, they love to overdo muscles on people. There's not really a lot of defined muscle in him anywhere. He's definitely fit, don't get me wrong, but it's very athletic. It's not very muscular, which, as you think of Predator, he's just a kick-ass guy. Looking at his arms and hands specifically, I really like his claws on his hands. The fingers and the almost look like he's wearing a glove, which he probably is, a leather glove that's sculpted around his hand. and then his pointed fingertips, very cool. Same with his grasping hand with the head and the spine. You can see the details and the bones in there, so very good sculpt. And then I like his tech pieces. So first of all, you have his bomb, which looks like it's counting down right now to go off. And I have seen a few people do custom ones with batteries. Those are really, really cool. But his left arm contains the tech piece with all of the, bomb and other futuristic stuff he does. His right arm is his blades that come out. And again, mine were broken, so they're a little uneven from the repairs. But there's a lot of detail in this. You can see the circuitry on it. A lot of work went into the sculpt of this. And again, they maintained the paint that very similar color to his armor on his shins, but there's some wear, some from browns and coppers. You can tell that he's had them for quite a while. And that same color kind of falls up on the back to his gun, his backpack that holds his gun. There's some battle-worn damages throughout it, some different colors, not only on the paint but on the sculpt. They made sure to have some battle damage. And he has those same armor pieces on his left shoulder, moving on up. Very cool piece. I love how Predator's done. Then moving to his head, so you have two different heads. One is the unmasked head, which I display all my pieces with, simply for conceptual reasons, so I can have their masked head below on the pedestal, so it looks like they're holding their mask down there. And I understand there's quills on both. Let's not go down that road. But I really like the way they did it. So first of all, his mandibles are closed, but there's a lot of detail, not only in the texture from the streaks in the side, moving all the way up with the spikes coming out of his head and the indentions around his eyes, but the paint app is really well done. So I love the colors that they mixed in, and then the pink fleshy tones around his mouth, just like they had in the movie. And he has some lighter brown spots on the top mixed in with his black spots. And then the quills, very well done. They look real. They don't look sculpted. They look like they could move with the gold bracelets, so to say, inside of them. And all of them are sculpted here to the right, like he just turned his head. Very similar to a scene in the movie when I believe he's looking for the Governor. And then his his masked head. Again, it has, I love the battle damage that it has, very similar to what we were talking about in his armor. Not only in the sculpt is there a obvious ricochet, but there's different shades in there, from dark brown to copper to blacks, to show that he's been through it once or twice. And his classic powerful sight, laser sight on his head mixed in right there as well. So that's kind of a quick review, because I know there's quite a few out there, but it is a very cool piece. If you're on the fence about it and you're a Predator fan, jump on this before it's gone. Otherwise, you're going to have to go secondhand market. And even with all the Predator pieces coming out, I know Prime 1 has a quarter scale Jungle Predator, which I'm really excited to see the complete version of that. It won't go along with this scale. So size-wise, width, you have a little bit about 14 inches. Depth is very nominal. It's less than 10. And then height, I believe, is 27 and a half, 28. Again, for exact measurements, please go to Sideshow's website. Very cool piece. I'm very happy I have it. I can't wait to just get all of my Alien and Predator pieces in to display with my current collection. I really appreciate you watching. If you like this, please share it. Please subscribe. Please drop me a comment. And I will see you next time. Take care.